If you've never invested before, this is the exact step-by-step process to open your first brokerage account, deposit money, and buy your first investment without making beginner mistakes. Most people delay investing because they think it's complicated, but in reality, it's not. You just need to know the order of operation. So in this video, I'm going to explain what an investment account actually is, where to open up your investment account, what type of an account to open up, how to deposit money into this new account that you've started, and how to buy your first investment. And also, I'm going to describe some of the common mistakes I see beginner investors make. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where to open up your account, how to deposit money into it, and how to buy that first investment. So let's get started with what actually is an investment account. Think of an investment account like a savings account, except that you can invest in it. You can buy different types of investments such as stocks, bonds, real estate, certain types of real estate. You can buy cryptocurrency. And just like in a savings account where at the end of the year you get a statement that says how much interest you've earned and you have to report that on your taxes, you get the same thing with an investment account, except in addition to the interest income that you've earned on your investment account, you also may earn dividends from the investments you buy. You may earn capital gains from any investments you've sold, and you have to report those on your taxes. Now, that might seem bad that you have to report those on your taxes and pay for taxes on them, but it's actually not bad. The investment accounts are super powerful, and they're a great complement to your overall investment strategy or investment portfolio. Now that you know what an investment account is, let's talk about where to open up your investment account. These firms are also known as custodians, and the most common ones are Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Interactive Brokers, E-Trade. There's many other ones as well, but those are the most commonly known ones. Now, they're called custodians because all they do is they just hold your investments. You are the one that ultimately decides what type of investment to buy, but the custodian just holds it for you. So in your investment account, you can own stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies, gold, exchange traded funds, mutual funds. You're the one that decides what type of investments you have in there, but that custodian, again, just holds those for you. So once you've decided on that custodian, then you can open up your account. So let's assume you found the custodian that you like and you're ready to open up your first account. And you go to their website and you realize there's a plethora of options to choose from of what type of account to open up. You can open up a Roth IRA, a regular IRA, a 401k, a trust account, investment account. For this purpose, what you want to do is just open up an investment account. That's the main account you want to open up. Once you get more comfortable with investing, then you can start expanding into the other types of accounts. But for right now, just open up a regular investment brokerage account. That's the terminology that you're looking for as you're opening up your first investment account. All right, so now you've got your investment account open, but you need to start putting money into that account so you can buy the investments that you want. So how do you move money from your personal account into this new investment account? So there are a few options. You can either wire the money in, you can deposit a check either with your mobile app or you can take it to the branch. You can mail a check in. You can also do what's called an ACH, linking your bank account to your investment account. That is probably the most efficient way of doing it, and the way most people do it is you want to link either your checking account or your savings account, your personal account, to this new investment account, and then you move money back and forth. So if you want to fund your investment account, you move the money into the investment account. If you're trying to take money out, you simply move it back into your checking, your savings account. It's very, very simple to set up. But the important thing is you need to put money into your investment account so that way you can start buying investments. Okay, by this time you know what an investment account is, you've chosen a custodian, you've opened up your account, and you've also funded your account. You've moved money into that account, but now this money's sitting there and you've got to invest it. And you're trying to decide what type of investment to buy. I mentioned earlier that the investment account is really powerful because you can really buy anything you want within this investment account. And it truly is. You can buy stocks, bonds, cryptos, gold, really any type of investment in that account. But really to get started, you want to start off with a very basic investment. And the most basic investment is an S&P 500 index fund. The S&P 500 index fund is an investment that gives you immediate diversification to 500 of the largest companies with just one investment. And it's a good entry point into investing because when one gives you immediate diversification, and two, you're not going to have all your money in just one company or in one stock. And if that company were to go bankrupt, you lose all your money. The likelihood of the S&P 500 going to zero is pretty much zero because all those 500 companies would have to go bankrupt. So a good entry point of a good investment to buy as a beginner is an S&P 500 fund. That'll give you some exposure to investing. And then later on, as you get more experienced, you can start adding other types of investments within your portfolio. So now let's go over some common mistakes I see beginner investors make when they open up their first investment account. The first one is trading too frequently. Time and again, I see people where they open up their first investment account and they get a little overzealous and they start buying random things and they're constantly trading their account. And that's not what you want to do. When you open up your first investment account, you have to realize that this is a long-term endeavor. Investing is a long-term plan, and it's not to do short-term speculation. In fact, research constantly shows that people who constantly trade in their account lose more money than people who are buy and hold investors. People who buy an investment, recognizing that it's a long-term endeavor, and then they hold it for as long as possible. The second common mistake I see people make, beginner investors make in their account, is that they buy investments that they don't know. They hear about an investment from their friend or a cocktail party or a coworker, and they think it's the best thing that's going to make them the most amount of money. And you want to stay away from those types of things. Stay away from obscure type of investments that you don't know what they do. Another common mistake I see is people put the money in the investment account, it sits there in cash, but they don't buy any investments. So for you to really get the maximum benefit of this new investment account that you've opened up, you want to actually buy investments that are going to grow, like the S&P 500 that I mentioned. If you don't buy anything in your account, that money is just going to sit there idle in cash, the same way it's sitting in your savings account or your checking account. And that's it. That's how you open up your first investment account and buy your first investment. And remember, you don't need a lot of money. You don't need to be an expert, and you don't need to be perfect. What you need to be is consistent, and you need to just get started. Hey, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you have a video topic you want me to cover in a future video, also leave it in the comment section below.